All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here at the Horse's Mouth, and we've got Gary McKinley from McKinley and Associates. Gary, great to have you, man.
Thanks, Tom.
You and I go way back. We've known each other a long time. We've got some common ground in the sports world. You with soccer, me with football. But at McKinley Associates, you guys specialize in estate planning, taking care of people's money, making sure they don't lose any money, and you've been doing it for a long time. How'd you get into it?
You know, it was sports like you. It was coaching, coaching some parents' kid, and they said, listen, you can coach and get into the business world, and 20 years later, here I am.
Yeah. What's what do you got to have? What kind of salt do you got to have inside there? Obviously, you got some entrepreneurial spirit. You have to have that. There's a lot of ups. There's a lot of downs. Obviously, a lot of ups throughout your career. But I know, like any other good entrepreneur, you've had your hills and you've had your valleys. What's it take to be a success in your space?
I think it's you have to be there to serve. If you're there to serve other people, that the rest takes care of itself. I think my grandmother said it best. She said, Gary, do what you love and the rest will follow. And I think if you fall in love with something and you're passionate about something, and you serve others, then good things happen.
Well, and look, people know when you're genuine, right? And that in your business, a lot of business, right? We know this, but in your business especially, they have to be able to trust you.
Absolutely.
That's number one. If they don't trust you, then they're probably not going to be a client.
You're right. You're so right. It is definitely a relationship business, and we aren't for everybody.
Right.
We're going to make sure that it's a good match before we work with people, and we've just been very blessed to do a good job for people, give world-class service, and make sure that we put their interest first.
Well, I know when you're helping people that have money saved, whether in an IRA, 401k, whatever it may be, you have a plan for them to really help them with taxes, right? We all know when you go to take that money out, disbursements, you get taxed, right? But you guys, you're not going to give away your special sauce here, but that's what you guys do. You want people to feel comfortable. Hey, you've got this money saved. We're going to show you a way to make sure when you take it out that it's not as taxed nearly like it was on the way in. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, no, that's really well said. The problem with all these good savings that we put in these 401ks and IRAs is that we forget that it's also a tax liability that's growing. So we may be solving one problem and creating a new one. So we've found a niche to be able to deal with that issue and make sure that people can have access to that money on a tax favorable basis, and that's how we differentiate ourselves from a lot of our competition.
The Horse's Mouth, our tagline is where sports meets business meets life. Everything you go through as an athlete, you go through in business, you go through in life.
Sure.
You have been in the soccer world forever. You're a player, college player. You've been a coach, you've been a scout, you still are a scout. What did you take from sports that you use every single day in the business world and maybe in life too?
Yeah, I think it's never say you can't, right? I mean, it's, people told me you could never be a collegiate coach by the time you're 27. They told you could never be part of the national staff and the top 100 coaches in the country, and I looked at them all. I said, well, we'll see.
Yep.
And when I got into this business, people said, well, you'll never be in the top 1%. And my firm and my team have put us at $1 million round table every year as top 1% in the world. So, just your doubters, just get after it and, do the right thing and get it done and help others and serve, and it'll happen.
If you persevere, if you hustle your butt off and you have what you're selling, it has credibility. It's a winning formula.
It is. It's hard work. It's putting your family first and keeping a balance. I think the balance, we learned that in sports, that if you have a balance between family, business, life, everything works out.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us.
Tom, thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
All right, the Horse's Mouth with Up Close and Personal with Gary McKinley at McKinley Associates right here on Buzz TV.